Okay, so here we go. So house D. I want to go ahead and bring in house D and see how that works for me there. Okay, so merge file. And I'm going to take this house D and I'm actually going to make it into a stage. So what I want to do first is isolate this house D. Okay, so there it is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove a couple of the walls and just have it showing. So, okay, so if I have this here, let's say I'm going to keep this part back here, this wall over here, and this wall over here, as well as the floor. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this wall or this roof back here. So I'm going to get my select tool, select this. Oh, get on element here. Select that. Okay, and a little bit more of it. Basically selecting everything but this section of wall that I want to get rid of. Okay, so how about I just go ahead and go to L for left. That'll be even easier here. Holding down my control key so I don't have to keep clicking things. Well, here we go. And then I'm going to go Alt, so this here. So I have selected everything. Oh, one part right over here. But that building, and now I've selected part of it too. So I'm going to go Alt. And that, I see. So this part of the roof and that part of the roof are all the same. So what I will do is I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go Edit, and I'm going to go to Select Inverse, and then I'm going to go back to my polygons, and then I'm going to select these polygons over here. Okay, so then I'm just going to delete, and I've got rid of that big old chunk of that roof. Okay, that's all right. You'll see what I'm up to here in just a little bit. Okay, so let's go back to our left-hand view here. And so I want to go ahead and get rid of that wall over there. So once again, I'm going to select everything except for this wall. I can get this little bit over here, and I can get these other guys right here. Okay, that looks like pretty much everything. I got a couple little ends right there, so I want to get those. That and that, and I think we're good. That, oh come on now. It's going to make me work for it, isn't it? Okay, so that got it. So once again, I've selected everything but this wall. So I'm going to go back here to the Edit and Invert. So now I've got just that wall selected, and I'm going to go Delete. All right, we're getting there. So now, okay. So now here, I'm going to turn off my edge. See this where it says Ignore Back Facing? I'll turn that off. That's going to make things a little bit easier for me. And I'm going to get rid of these windows here. So, got the elements turned on, and I've got just my select tool on. And I'm going to select all of that. And then I'm going to deselect these guys by holding down the Alt key. Holding down the Alt key here. And deleting that. And I want to do the same thing with this door. I think it'll be easier to go from the inside out, maybe? Let's see. Maybe. So I've got that. Okay, and then holding down my Alt key here, and my Alt key here. Yeah, I've got just that. So I'm going to delete that. Okay, so now I've got rid of a lot of the stuff that I didn't want. So now I'm going to go, oop, I'm going to get that back window too. So here we go. Just the same as before. I've got that. Make sure I don't have anything else. Holding down my Alt key right here. Okay. All right, this is as good of a place to start as any. So now I'm going to go to my vertices. Okay, so I've just got my vertices here, and I'm going to select these vertices right here that were the end of these logs, and I'm going to use my move tool. I'm just going to move them on over there. And so now I have no window there. And let me see, I want to change the shape of this a little bit. So back here to my left-hand view, I'm going to grab my vertices along here. Okay, so all these guys here, and not these guys here. See, this is the power of the orthographic. And I'm going to move that in a little bit. Did I get everything? Oh, I've got to turn off that ignore backfacing. There we go. Now I want it to get everything. Okay. So yeah, see that moved that in, and I'm going to take just a few moments. So holding down my control key, and I can move that in. Control key again. And this won't take but a minute, so bear with me. In fact, I wonder if I could do this. Let's see. Let's just see for giggles here. So holding down my control key, I'm going to catch all these guys right here at once. Can I use this one? Is that a smarter way of working? Use my scale tool. Oh, look at that. Oh, that was a lot easier, wasn't it? See, always works. It's better to work smarter than harder. Always, always. Okay, and in fact, let's go ahead and bring these guys right here. Bring them out. Okay. And see that scale tool, get it flat. That move tool to move them over. Flat enough. It's a log building after all. So that's pretty cool. That's going to be kind of nice. Let's go ahead and get these guys and move them over. So we have just solid walls. That's what I'm after here, just solid walls. What about this here? And I've got a couple down here, so I'll just hold down my Alt key, get rid of those. Is there anything in the back there that's getting got? Nope, just that line. That's good, that's perfect. And I just hit the left key and then this guy right down here just to make sure. Okay, so that's pretty good. I'm going to use that as my stage. And then finally, what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to move that all the way around just by going like this. Let's see, what's the best way to grab that? I'm going to grab, can I get it with an element? Go big is always good. Oh, look how easy that was. Okay, and then control click that there. Okay. So I got that all selected, and so then I'm just going to go ahead and detach it. Floor. All right, and house D, I'm going to now call this stage. Okay. So back to here. now it all works. Good enough. Okay. Do I got it yet? Yeah. Okay. So you can see how I've taken and I've turned House D into an outdoor stage that seems like it would be right at home on the beach. So in my isolation, okay. And even this, you know what I could do? I could just take the stage here. Why not? And I'm just going to go ahead and say attach. And actually I'm going to just recombine those things. And so then they'll just be one unit once again, called stage. Okay, and I'm going to move it into my scene here. And maybe move it over here a little bit. And maybe move it up a little bit. That's probably too much. Let's see. Go back to perspective and get maybe a better view. Okay, so it's going down just a little bit into the sand. I think that's going to be pretty good. And maybe just a couple of trees. We'll throw a couple of trees in there. And so here we go, back to the models. And I think still, this time I'm going to go into the non-colored models. And here's plants, trees. And if I'm not mistaken, I've got a couple of palm trees right there. Yeah. So I've got palm 3A and right there. And I've also got palm 4A. Now remember, don't use a ton of trees because that's really going to bring things, get things really crazy really fast, because trees, all plants tend to have a whole lot of polygons. Okay, so let's see, where is my gizmo for that one? Oh, it's way up here. There's one, and there is the other. Get both parts of it over here. Okay, you know what I'm going to do now as well is I think that I've got everything pretty much where I want it to be on this stage, except maybe those trees. So I'm going to go ahead and select the rest of the stage here. So I've got the stage and I've got the little set and everything, and I'm going to go over here and right click, object properties, click off show frozen and gray and freeze. That way I just don't have to mess with it anymore. All right, so let's see about coloring these guys up a little bit. And so they came in all gray. So what do I do about that? Well, what I can do is with these non-colored models, I can go up and I can look at the archives. Right there, that's going to have all the information about them. And here, hey, just in case I forgot what one it was, I can be like, oh, what was it again? Oh, yeah, tree 3A and 3-4. So I go up here where I see tree, oh, there they are, 3A and 3-4. I can look in here. Are there any pictures? Well, this one's got kind of a picture. That might be useful. What about in palm 4? Oh, that's got a couple of different pictures. That might be useful. Okay, I'm going to just put this over here and go back to my material editor and see what the materials look like for this, because I have no idea, right? Let's move those up out of the way, come down here and see, well, okay, here is my palms. Okay, so there is, looks like that one has 1, 2, couple different things going on, but none of them have the pictures on them. I don't know how useful they're going to be. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of both of them. And I'm just going to do this. Let me see, this one had a multi-sub, and I'm just going to use it just because I'm lazy. And I'm going to attach this to all of these guys. So I'm going to attach it to this one, and I'm going to attach it to this one, and I'm going to attach it to this one because they're going to be colored the same anyways, and I'm going to attach it to this one. Come on, there it is. Okay, so that should be attached to all four, let's hope. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to bring in my two pictures. So here's my leaf, and here is my trunk, and this one here I'm going to call leaf, and this one here I'm going to call trunk. Okay, and so this one here, I'm going to make it so you can see it and bring it in. Same with this. All right, so let's see what we can do with these now. Okay, so they both look like they're the color of the leaves now. Let's click on this part right here, and I'm going to use my element to select everything. And the trunk was number 2, so I'm going to change that to set ID 2. Same with this one over here. Okay. And now this one here, let's see if we can't make it look a little bit better. Okay, so I believe this is already set ID 1, right? So if we go over here to an element, we should see something at random. Yeah, it's all 1. I think it's all 1. So we've got that, and it's all 1. And so we're going to put the UVW map on it. Okay, and this time we're going to select face. So that's going to put that little map on each little face. And you know, it's not perfect, but we're never going to do a close-up on these trees. So that should look all right. Okay, so we've got that there. And we're going to go ahead and collapse that. We'll do the same thing to this one here as far as putting the UVW map and setting it to face. Okay, and collapse that. When it comes to the trunks, we'll go ahead and click on one of these trunks, put the UVW map on that, and this one would obviously be cylinder, so give that a try. And this time we're going to go ahead and bring up, see if we can zoom in on that so we can see what's going on with that a little bit. Bring up the tiling. I think that's looking pretty good. So to about, let's say, I don't know, 6, something like that. That looks pretty good. And we'll collapse that. Same thing over here. I don't even know if you're going to see these all that much, but get that and a UVW map. And make sure that's on cylinder. And if the other one was good with 6, I think this one will probably be good with 6 as well. We can take a look. It looks all right. Okay, and collapse. So there we go. We've pretty much got our set pretty much made. You know what I'm going to do is, with this one here, just to make things that much easier, I'm going to go ahead and close that up. And here. Anyways, go to attach, and I'm going to attach this right here. So now it's all one thing. And is it still going to look the same? As long as it still looks the same, I'm good. Yeah, it looks like it kept everything. And so we've got this here. And once again, I'm going to attach that as well to that. And that way, you know, if I move them around or do anything, it'll just make it that much easier. And in fact, I think I'm going to. So I've got that top level there. I'm going to hold down my shift key and I'm going to put another one over here, maybe. Remember, don't get all tree crazy on me. And the name's just fine. And maybe even another one over here, but this one, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, those palms, they're kind of the same all the way up. They just get taller, basically. But there, then we'll have a low one here. Is that looking good for me? Yeah, not too bad. Maybe I'll rotate a little bit. Okay. And maybe do the same thing over here. I'm going to grab this one and give myself one more palm, shift copy that on over. Okay, this time maybe make this one a little bit taller so it doesn't hit the stage. That's hitting the stage. Nah, not too bad at all. Okay, good enough, good enough. That was just enough plants to kind of give it a little something. All right, so I'm going to end this tutorial here, figuring that we've built the stage. And the next time, or the next tutorial, we're going to get into lighting.